Yeah, thanks so much, Mark and Caribe. The Cardinals are feeling thankful they're heading into the bye week so they can get some of those key playmakers back, rested, and hopefully returning from injury. Again, Lena Washington joined by Luke Lyddon. Cameron Cox is coming to us live from Seattle as well.
Plus, we have a very special guest tonight as the Cardinals' all-time sack leader, Chandler Jones, drops by Lena's Lounge. We'll show you how one injured Cardinal has also become a social media sensation.
And we'll be going one-on-one with some of the game stars. You, of course, are one of the stars of this show, so get to texting us. We want to hear from you, Bird Gang. 602-444-1212. Tell us your name, where you're from. Give us your reactions after today's win on the road. We'll get to some of those messages coming up in just a bit.
Talk about a massive performance from McCoy. He almost looked like Kyler Murray out there. Almost. More importantly, though, the Cards head into their bye week having regained the top seed in the NFC, and they did so in impressive fashion. It's time to take a closer look at what went down at Lumen Field upon further review.
Murray has 3 of them. Colt McCoy has 2 of them in the last 3 weeks.
What?
He has been unbelievable filling in for Kyler Murray. He did his job. It's been that impressive to watch him play. And I love what Chandler Jones, the story he told us about Colt coming up to him in the locker room this past weekend and giving him some advice. That's how highly people think of Colt McCoy in this locker room, to listen to him like that. He's done an unbelievable job filling in.
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love it. He takes out the trash every Tuesday. Time now for our scouting report. The Rams, they have the week off, but there are a couple of other teams competing with the Cardinals for that top spot and a bye in the NFC. Disappointing day, actually, for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers as they lost to their rival, the Minnesota Vikings. Rodgers played well, actually, throwing for 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, but Vikings kicker Greg Joseph, look at his face, the silent assassin, I guess, ruined the day, making a 29-yard field goal as time expired to give Minnesota the 3-point 34-31 victory. But the good news, the Packers are now a game behind the Cardinals. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys, who took on the 2-time defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. And surprisingly, this was a low-scoring affair as both defenses came to play, which really isn't common for KC. The Cowboys were held to just 82 yards on the ground, and Dak Prescott threw 2 key interceptions. Chiefs win 19-9. Cowboys are now in 3rd place, a game and a half back of the Cardinals.
Coming up after the break, how one Cardinal player is using his rehab time to become a social media sensation.
Welcome back, everybody, to 12 News at 10. We are joined again by our very own Cameron Cox, live from Seattle. And Cam, sometimes an injured player can do something that really rallies all of his teammates, and the Cards have one such character on their side, huh?
Yeah, Luke, you know, Max Williams, it's no surprise he's one of the most well-liked people in the locker room.
All right, now the Cardinals are heading into the bye week. They get to enjoy their turkey with no game coming up this week. So time to dissect where this team goes next in our triple threat segment. So guys, I want to know, what are your biggest concerns heading into the bye week? For me, I'm just curious about the timetable for D-Hop. Will that mean that he comes back in Chicago? And how many guys will we get back from injury in this week of rest?
I just want to say really quickly, I don't have too many concerns. I just really want Matt Prater to make his kicks. You can't be missing a PAT in 2 of those 30-yard chip shot field goals. Otherwise, I think they're in good shape. Hopefully Kyler Murray comes back healthy. We expect him to, and hopefully D-Hop, he can recover from that hamstring injury and also take the field the week after next.
Luke, you're worried about Matt Prater. He's one of the best in the NFL.
Know,
he just had his 4th child on Wednesday. I think fans need to give him a break. It's okay. It's cold here. I'm freezing right now. I'd miss a kick. I'd trip walking on the grass here. It's so cold here in Seattle. And leave fans, too. Leave Matt Prater alone. He'll be just fine. The dude is money. He showed us that all year. As for concerns for the Cardinals, I just hope they don't eat too much turkey, too much stuffing. It's the best team in football, guys, and they have one of the easiest schedules remaining. They'll be fine. Just don't eat too much stuffing. Simple.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the schedule because we got the Bears on the road, the Lions, Cowboys, then at home, the Rams, Colts, and Seahawks. So we've seen them handle business against the Rams and the Seahawks, obviously, this season. Those are the 2 division opponents still left. So when you look at the schedule, guys, I mean, are you feeling pretty confident? Do they go 6-0, 3-3? What are we looking at?
I think the bare minimum, they win at least 4 of those 6 games. I could see them winning 5 of 6, maybe even 6 of 6, but being realistic, I think 4 of those you can circle as W's. The Rams and the Cowboys are the 2 that kind of could be a toss-up for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Cowboys game, Luke, is going to be a really tough game. I think that could decide some seeding things in the NFC. The only game I think they slip up maybe is on the road in Chicago. It's cold weather, snow, who knows what the conditions could be. It doesn't always work for the air raid offense. But this schedule's set up for them to be really successful and to grab that top seed in the NFC if they just can take care of business.
Well, Cam, we certainly wish you safe travels back, but first we need you to get a different colored hat next time you're in Seattle. Maybe don't wear navy blue for the show. I don't know.
Both of us, both Cam and I, it's a mistake.
Listen, it's all I had, and it's keeping my head cold. You and our executive producer, Jeff Schneider, go get me about this hat. I'm at least warm.
You need to borrow Chandler Jones's beanie. Just hit up Chan and let him borrow your beanie from Lena's Lounge, Cam.
Gotcha.
All right, Bird Gang, let us know how you feel about Cameron Cox's beanie. On our Text Team 12 line, it's your time to shine. When we come back, we'll hear what you have to say about today's game and more. Let us know where you're from and your name. 602-444-1212 is the number. We'll get to some of your messages coming up next. All right, now it's time to hear from some of you as we open up our Team 12 messages. A lot of people coming for Cam in that beanie. You ain't low, Cam.
Text after text.
Yeah, we got to get you some red, maybe a white or a black or something like that. Anything but blue, green,
pretty much.
Gold, all of that. But Kyle in Phoenix says, great win by the Cardinals. They just beat the Seahawks. Our record heading into the bye. I can't say enough about how amazing this team is. Let's go Cardinals. A lot of people giving credit to Colt McCoy, Cliff Kingsbury. Also, people saying that the hot seat is now a little cooler, maybe even frozen after this performance.
This is one of those games, I think, as a team that you have aspirations to go to the Super Bowl. You need to win this kind of game. Even with the depleted roster, they did that. They proved that they could, even despite their starters that were down. Very impressive, to say the least. And actually, to follow up on that, Shane from Pima saying, I just want to say how amazing it is, how deep the Cardinals are to be down our starting quarterback, our top receiver, our top running back, and still win and have the best record in the NFL. I was surprised. We thought the Cardinals would win this game, but how efficient Colt McCoy was, the game plan, Zach Ertz coming out of nowhere. We've been waiting for that kind of game from him. Clicking on all cylinders, and they did it without Kyler Murray and D-Hop. This team is very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was no secret that this receiving core would be the best in the NFL, if not one of the best. And shout out to Mickey and Bill in Surprise. He said, Chandler took out the trash. Thanks, Chandler. Yes, he did. 2 sacks on the day for Mr. Jones, only extending his franchise record here with the Cardinals. Great night.
Both sides of the ball really came out to play, and especially on the road. I just don't have many more words to say about that. And the best part of all, you sit Kyler Murray, you sit D-Hop, they remain healthy, or try to get healthier, I should say, and you still get a win on the road with your bench players? That's a win-win in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, next man up mentality is coming to life here in Arizona, and that is a good thing to see here as you look ahead to the schedule and potentially making a trip back to LA in February. We'll be there, of course, because we are your home for the Super Bowl. Up next, who do you think earned a coveted game ball after today's win in Seattle? We'll show you after the break. So thank you to all of you who voted in our poll tonight.
Colt McCoy, the hero, right? Time now to celebrate. Let's head inside the real Cardinals locker room where head coach Cliff Kingsbury handed out the game balls for today's top performers.
Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
I get so hyped up when I see that. 1 on 3, 1, 2, 3, win! It's just so great. Up next, the Cardinals get the week off. Then they enter the final stretch of the season starting December 5th. Early kickoff, 11 a.m. Up in Chicago. And as always, 12 Sports will be there for the best post-game analysis right here in the Valley.